Всем доброе утро, ребят, с вами Леха, это канал Малыш на Драйве. Сегодня мы с вами поиграем в Fable 3. Один стрим я уже запускал с ним. Игра очень понравилась, очень такая своеобразная, что-то новое все внесено в нее. Так что я... Ну, я в нее играл уже, кстати, и прилично поиграл, так уже и прокачался хорошо. Так что мы продолжим сегодня ее прохождение. Чат запустим и погоним. Так, чат запустили. Да, у меня планшетник сломался, так что я иногда буду сворачивать. Чтобы посмотреть чат. Прикупил я себе доспехи, стоили мне 8 рубасов. Нашел меч какой-то клевый. Сейчас иду в штаб сопротивления, там, ну, против своего брата там все же замышляется.
Ben told us what happened. Swift was a good friend. He died like a true soldier.
Свифт был хорошим другом, да, у меня, типа, моего сторонника брат казнил всех на глазах.
And he didn't give Logan anything, or we'd be dead now. I called that noble.
It was just a matter of time before Logan did this. Before he decided to hunt us down. We have to fight back.
We're still not ready though. We need more allies. And thanks to Swift's
Мы типа еще не готовы к революции, мы должны... Опа! А трансляция вообще идет? Нет, то не скажет мне. Да, у меня планшетник навернулся, сейчас не могу сидеть запускаться пока в ремонте.
You will find allies in Aurora.
I still don't understand how anyone there could help us. Aurora is a dead land. There's nothing there.
Or at least, that's what we've been told. It's still the only lead we have anyway.
Can we get on with the plan? I have an overwhelming urge to shoot someone.
First thing, we'll need a ship. You and Ben will get hold of one, while Paige and I make sure the rest of the fleet doesn't follow.
You'll need to go via the back alleys, and they'll be crawling with soldiers.
Not a problem. I know my way around the place. I'll meet you at the back of the sewers. We're going to show Logan just what traitors can do.
Go on. My men are putting together the materials we'll need. It should be quite a display.
Aurora is a distant place. It could be a while before we return. If there's things you need to do...
Ствол с рогами. А это что сейчас было?
You know, Swift taught me almost everything I know about being a soldier. Let's show these bastards how it's done.
Да, 3 вида. То есть оружие, есть магия, есть меч. У каждого свои комбо-атаки. Ну, пистолет еще есть. Можно винтовку взять, но не знаю, что больше пистолет становился. Здесь на картинке типа все мои соратники, кто пойдет против короля.
We need to get to the far end of the dock, so probably best not to shoot until we have to. Come on, leave the talking to me.
Собака у меня есть, она, короче, находит всякие тайники и все такое, вот это в этом роде. Херню всякую находит, она вообще копейки стоит. Я думал, хоть это рубины, алмазы стоят дорого. Копейки, я что-то за все, сколько она собирала, вот играю там что-то на 300, по-моему, продать можно, что ли, копейки вообще. Ой, толкнул, извини.
Stop. Only Royal Guard allowed.
Oh, I know, but can I just say, wow, you look so stylish, you know, with the helmets and everything. And me and my friend were wondering if we could join you, because I mean, you just make us ordinary soldiers feel so inadequate.
Leave.
Oh, come on! Don't you have any leaflets or application forms we could take with us? If we could just get inside and get your autographs, we are huge fans.
Leave, or we will be forced to terminate you.
See? Even their vocabulary is stylish.
I'm no horrible common
Okay.
soldier.
I admit
Да, он
it.
приступил. О, за каждый выстрел у меня улучшение оружия. Здесь за каждый выстрел получаю 1 рубль деревянный. Нет, я буду бабки зарабатывать. Ай, хер на тебя. Да, в игрушке добавили вот такие вот замедленные движения.
You think you can win, do you? Well, we're the best. Logan's elite.
Здесь комбо-атаки. Ну, не комбо-атаки. Да, кстати, если собака подвигает, начинает кусать, значит он еще не добитый. Удар головы, вся фигня с колена. Не, клево, бой для 2011 года. Динамика боя очень даже ничего. А теперь магия. Клевая магия. Некоторые долго лежат, потом встают и начинают атаковать. Вы еще живой, что ли? Королевская стража началась. Возьмем меч. Так будет близкий батл. Добей его, просто добей. А, он не умер, что ли? Бриллиант. Да, собака распознает все тайники.
Let's get out of here. The docks are just round the corner.
В таких местах что-нибудь бывает обычно. Но не в этом. Хуй, я все это взорвал. Хоть предупреждаю о таких действиях-то, я даже не в курсе был. Дайте-ка я магию сменю, блядь. У меня сука пидорская магия, блядь. Я в прошлый раз попробовал магию воли. У меня, короче, есть две перчатки могу одевать. Я хочу ледяную бурю обратно взять, потому что это клевая штука. И огненный шар. С ее комбачом я прям нормально выношу так. Да, здесь вот есть оружие, всякое вот. Винтовки, всякие фигня. Здесь всякие молоты, хуёлоты. Прикольно, короче. Я причем получаю жестко. Все, меня убили. Ну, я встану.
I can't wait to hoist your head on a pole and bring it to the king. Ha! Enemy wounded.
Замедленно такая клевая штука. Я весь рунами что-то поклеился. Ну, опять блокировал одну. Все, последний был. Если так показывают после смерти последнего, то значит был последний чувак. Собака что-то нашла, где-то еще бегает. Я так понимаю, мне на эту байдарку надо, да?
What about Paige?
She's staying behind. Someone needs to organize things here. Now, come on. I've got a good feeling about this voyage.
Хрена порфота, как поднимается клево. Вы не могли какой-нибудь угнать нормальный корабль? Герой просыпается в мучениях. Ни хрена не в мучениях, как будто бы не будите меня, я еще посплю.
Yes. Ben's not here?
No. Looks like we didn't all make it. I only hope. Well, maybe he washed up somewhere else. I'm sure that's it.
Сколько ты, 30 отращил?
Anyway, the only way forward seems to be through a rather ominous cave.
Сейчас будет мобов, походу, в этой пещере. Тьма тьмущая.
Before we go any further, I'd just like to say one thing. So this is what Aurora looks like then. I was hoping it'd be a little less.
Наверное, какой-нибудь подземный житель, подземный город, что-то в этом роде.
Sounds like the dogs found something. Well, you never know. It might be a luxury inn.
Летучих мышей уничтожаешь, за них
Good work, boy. Bats are exactly what we needed right now. What do you think happened to Ben? He's a strong swimmer. Probably reached a sandy beach somewhere. Palm trees, beautiful women, coconut cocktails. Jammy bastard.
А вот и Аврора. Та посмотреть.
What the hopping hobs is that? It must be protecting something.
Наверное, что-то охраняет, скорее всего.
Like the way out, most likely.
Сейчас проверим, что делать. Ты быстрее это побежишь все, нет, или как будто что ты насрал бегать. Я нажимаю быстрее бежать, не знаю, почему он не бежит. По сценарию так задумано.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. We haven't got this far, haven't got this many people behind us to end up dying in some forsaken, far-off hole in the ground.
Сундучка нет никакого? Нифига тут народу-то, трупуков-то лежит.
Well, wherever we are, we're not the only ones who got stuck in this damn place.
Сейчас оживут, да?
Not the most encouraging sign in the world, is it? Still,
У них может быть
they might
что-нибудь
have something
полезное.
useful on them. Why don't you check the second lot over there?
Обыщи тела.
I found something. A note. It speaks to us still. Darkness incarnate.
Чувак, дневник вел. Есть же такие, которых убивают и дневники ведут.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Hey, I've got something too. One of these poor sods left a journal. Most of the pages have disintegrated, but well, you can still see plenty of weird symbols. It's mostly gobbledygook anyway. I mean, listen to this nonsense. Luminous spirits of the sand, in part daybreak and gleam under a quiet moon. What's that supposed to be?
Опа-на.
Look at that. Can you believe I did that?
Но они-то от чего-то же умерли.
It does look somewhat dark, though. Oh, maybe going down isn't such a good idea.
В смысле, нехорошая идея.
Well, why don't you lead the way, if you're so tough?
Не ссы, там мне высоко. Слушай, а твой этот...
You know how I said
Твое заклинание обратно открой двери.
Dark. Well, I'd like to amend that statement. We're looking into utter,
Там не моя собака впереди.
total, complete darkness.
Что-то несет.
Oh, what have you got there, boy? Ah, you little genius. Good boy. Oh, no, that's better.
Ну да, что-то как-то мрачновато здесь у вас.
I have no idea.
Temple of some sort?
Нихера
What could
себе.
anyone possibly worship in here?
Вот это, блин, подземная херня.
No, we're not going any further this way. Looks like a bridge.
Бабки, которые мне подгоняют, это, короче, это...
Isn't that handy? One of us will have to get across to use it. There must be some
Это
other
я
way to get there.
купил пару лавок и жилье сдаю. Ну прыгай давай уже, блин.
Here we go. You should be able to make it to the other side from here.
Кто-нибудь здесь будет, по-любому сейчас какой-нибудь моб здоровый или что-то в этом роде.
Okay, be careful now. That thing's probably pretty stiff, and we don't want to make any more noise than we have to.
Что-то обвалился. А нет, мост выехал. Хрена там мостик-то. Это ж какой механизм должен быть, что двигать такую херню. А типа этот здоровый пидор с факелом не мог спрыгнуть, да?
I know I have a tendency to be slightly paranoid, but did that sound like something friendly to you?
Пес насторожился.
Stand back. Fall to the
Что он не
scholar
ушел,
who'll deal with
то
this.
угладит тело, хотя бы признаюсь.
With an increasing sense of trepidation, admittedly. Luminous spirits of the sands, inhale the restless gloaming. Oh, there you go. What can I say? I have a knack for gibberish.
Дыму напускать я мастер. Пошли давай, хрен с факелом.
Do you ever get
Появляются,
the
но кто-то с
feeling
нами
somebody's
попросту играет.
playing games with us?
All the time.
Let's just be thankful and get through this place as quickly as we can.
Сейчас будет махач. Да.
The light you bring will die.
Твой свет умрет, свет внутри тебя умрет, все твое существо умрет.
All that you are will die.
Собака, смотрите у меня.
Who's there? Show yourself.
О, нихера себе.
This isn't good.
The children are here to play.
Вот она, магия льда и огня.
There's too many of them.
The birds lost. Dirty flowers around. You're tainted. The stain will never wash out. The sun will never shine upon you again. Tainted, broken little toy.
Давай дальше, хватит.
It's all right. We're all right. We just have to keep going, that's all. We're all right.
Нахер к нему возвращаться, если он идет как тормоз. Собака прям щемится. Ей это не нравится.
More of those things. Come on, Walter. Just hold it together.
Ты что, тормоз идешь, нет? Тебе подсветить, поди? Не попадая по мышам.
Damn this.
Эта херня не живет случайно?
Bastards. Why didn't they tell us what was down here? Darkness incarnate. Like we're supposed to know what that means.
Че это такое все? Сдувают
It
эти
won't stop till it kills us.
И че к нему возвращаться? Он идет как тормоз. Да не очкуй ты, собачка, нормально все было.
Wait. I think we must be close to an exit. There's a cold breeze. Can you feel it?
Да фиг знает, каким холодком-то тянет. Может, от кого-нибудь? Какой-нибудь пещерный житель? Здоровый такой моб.
There's that sound again. It's almost like... No! Not the light, not the bloody light! Come on, Blair. These things are all around us. Come on! Come on!
Глюк? Ни хрена его глюкануло.
No. We have to get out of here. You hear me? You hear me? We have to get out of here. As long as we have fire, we'll be all right.
We are coming.
It's here!
We will devour your kingdom. There will be no barges. There will be only
Давай, сучка.
darkness. The children command it.
Факелом херачится просто. Давай, подходи по одному. Это вот магия, вот чисто вот это вот, она хорошо очень дамажит и все дела.
Do you feel the grip of terror roaring at your chest?
Все, последний моб был.
The blind seer not tell you about us? Did she not warn you?
Ты прям жесткий тип.
It's gone. The bastard's dead and gone. Right, and we're getting out of here. I'm sorry. I lost my head back there, I know.
Да-да, ты очканул жестко, чувак,
I've
прям
never
орал как
liked
телка.
dark caves, but this,
Надеюсь, эти твари не
it's as if
живут.
someone took my worst nightmare and made it real. But it's gone now. It's gone. And we're going to be fine. Looks like the only way
Кажется, идти можно только
is down.
вниз, ну-ну.
Goody.
Что за черная поебота бежит? Это из которой они появляются?
You all right down there?
Yes! It isn't far down!
Right, here I come then. 3, 2, 1.
Эй, что за поебота сейчас была?
You let him die. You let us take him. But you're glad, are you not? You wished,
Они отовсюду, да, идут, я так понимаю.
wished him die. Oh, friend, I'm living.
Кончились, все.
A great wave of darkness will cover your land.
Давайте, подходите, черти, ебаные, блядь. Давай, чё очкуете-то, подходите.
But you too wish for the black void. You tire of your travels. You heard the cries of the helpless, the cries of your
Вы про меня забыли, что ли? Сзади нет никого, а то назад надо оборачиваться, бывает, сзади приползает.
needs the light fades away. You should see it. It's a beautiful sight.
Щеглы тупые. Здорово, дятел. Ну давай там своей магией или чем-то сожги эту черную херню.
We have waited centuries.
Меня ждали, ну так подходи по одному.
You see now the future that awaits you. All those people you want
Я
to
сейчас вам
save.
устрою, блядь. Нахуй миров всех, блядь.
They will surely as your friend.
А вот это уже хуёвенько. Очень хуевенько. Я бы так сказал.
Fragile thing. You and your kind dissolve so easily. You feed us. You feed us. Accept death. It is so much easier than what is to come. What happens to this peace when darkness
Что максимум буду убивать? Хотя бы по несколько когда убиваются, это по одному с мечом я готов буду убивать.
they bring you return? Its light fades away. It's a
Это замедление времени силы там какие-то.
You are a fragile thing. Kind dissolve so easily.
Все, последний был.
Brought hurt, children.
Дети разозлены. Уолтер.
The Dark Guardian shall come and protect us.
Чё, блять, за темный страшно?
And all that is fresh and light shall die.
Одного убил.
This land is ours.
Тьма накроет весь мир.
Darkness shall spread across the world.
Нихерово так-то.
That thing. It blinded me. I can't see.
It's okay, Walter. I'm here.
Он ослеп. Глаз нету, смотрите.
We have to get out. Quickly. It's still out there. We need to leave.
Сука, я за него порву нахуй. Это мой наставник, вы охуели.
You can hear it too, can't you? It is there. I'm not mad. I can't see anything. Take me to the light,
Я думал,
please.
сзади кто-то опять шипит.
It's still out there. We need to leave.
Нам надо не уходить, надо нахуй разъебать эту всю контору на. Сейчас фурии будет по-любому без кактора вылазить.
Are we out? Did we get away?
Да я бы так не сказал, что мы...
Yes. We're safe now.
What can you see?
A desert.
I can feel the heat and the sand. But whatever that thing did to me, it's like it sucked all the light from inside me. I still can't see anything. Just don't let go.
Careful. There's steps up ahead.
All right. Okay.
Сейчас что-то будет.
I'm not sure. I don't know how far I can go. Are there no signs of civilization?
There's something in the distance. It looks like an enormous statue.
How far?
It's going to take us a few hours.
No, stop. I can't do this.
Of course you can. Come on.
I'm too weak. You have to leave me. Listen to me. I can't see. I can barely stand. I won't just slow you down. I'll get you killed. You have to go on without me. I know you can't save me. I'm dead weight now.
Stop talking like that. We're going to make it through this.
Will you listen to me? You have to leave me behind. That thing left you weak too.
Да не сыты.
Don't you think I can tell? What you have to do is too important to risk for no
Ладно, я ж
like
добрый.
me.
До самого конца, что в первом Фабле я был добрый, что сейчас я
To
буду.
go on without me.
I won't leave you here.
Что, все совсем не идет уже?
You have to. I can't.
Walter.
It's all right. It's all going to be all right.
I'll come back for you. I promise. I'll get help.
You'll do me proud. I know you'll do me proud.
Умер, что ли?
Walter.
Да не упокоюсь, я пойду за тобой, да? Пиздец. Ну чё, суки, вешайтесь она. Папа идет. Сейчас будут фурии по-любому песчаные, которые из жопы вылазят, блядь. Негры. Шапка. Там чувак какой-то за столом сидит, мне кажется. Как будто не пустыня, а иллюзия, блин. Смотрите, чувак за столом сидит. Уолтер?
I need help. Please.
I'm blind. I can't see. Help me. You abandoned your friend to die.
Ну давай, педики,
He's
появляйтесь.
calling for
А, вон они.
while the children spread out his heart to the sky.
I can't take this right now.
This world is ours. We will smother every light, every last breath, from every last mouth.
Они меня не атакуют, они чисто Уолтера идут. Терпи, блядь.
Is that you? What's happened? I can't take this right now. Please, stop!
Don't leave us.
А, это иллюзия, я понял.
You try to run away, but you are made of sand. You are falling apart between our fingers.
I have to find out just how far. Fight!
He would have done anything
Меня
for
атакует.
you. Now he screams alone. He curses you. Not even in death will he forgive us. Strength is ebbing. We can feel it.
Да сосать вам силы мои на исходе, блядь. Заебашь. О, блядь, тупик.
We retreated into a cave, but they never came after us. They just blew the entrance, sealed us in. We spent 3 days in that cave. No light, no food. Just 3 men waiting to die in the dark.
The light in your eyes offends us. Let it go out.
Сейчас я кому-то очко надеру.
Are you blind? Are you blind yet?
Мое кунг-фу круче твоего.
There's nothing left. You're gone. All gone.
Прикольно.
He's still alive. The other can't be far away.
О, этот живой.
Taking a nap in the sun. Typical royalty. You had me worried there for a while.
Walter!
Don't worry, we'll find him. You just sit tight, my friend.
Это вот народ Авроры, наверное, или что? Ха, главное, этого чувака выбросило на пески с другой стороны, походу, где реально девочки, солнце, пляж и кокосы. Аврора, дошли. Ну да, я бы с Уолтером, если тащить его, я бы прям прошел целых час туда.
Can you help them?
The young one will be fine. He is strong. We need to tend to the older one at once.
Hang in there, Walter.
Цивилизация, типа, да? Ну да, дома типа живут здесь.
Hey, boy.
Солнышко, проснись, ёпта, и лето пришло.
You are awake.
О,
Good.
нихера какая лысая
My name
дама.
is Kaylin, and you are
Со
in the
стволом и
city
мечами.
of
Меня зовут
Aurora.
Кейлин,
I
ты
have
находишься в
met
городе Авроре.
How is he?
He is fortunate to be
Он еще живой, но мы
alive.
знаем,
We have seen his
какое он был
condition
состояние,
before.
возможно, мы
We may be
сумеем ему
able to
помочь.
help him.
Is there another of my friends here? I thought I saw in the desert.
A devilishly handsome soldier by the name of Ben Finn? Not dead yet, my friend.
Please, come with me.
Don't worry, it's a tough old nut. He'll pull through. It's so good to see you. When I was fished out of the local port, and
Я рад,
once
что увидел вас,
we were
когда
there,
меня выудили из воды в местном порту.
Then I
Они
realized I was being an
хотят
ass.
вас разыскивать.
I worked my charms to get a search party out for you. Not that Kaylin
Окей, меч
here
клевый,
needed
дай
much
погонять,
persuading.
слушай. Конечно, не
We
лучше моего,
are
но прикольно.
accustomed to misfortune.
Неудачи преследуют нас,
Now
и теперь
it is
пора тебе
time
увидеть
you
город.
saw our city.
Welcome to Aurora, the
Город
city
кошмаров.
of nightmares.
The crawler did this. The being you fought in the desert caves. It appeared 5 years ago, bringing darkness and death.
Хозяин
The
теней.
few of us who still live have known nothing but fear since. We never know when it will come. And we cannot hope to defeat the creature and its spawn without an army. Even with someone like you by our side, Ben Finn speaks most highly of you. But you are not the first savior to come here. Please, walk down to our streets. See for yourself. Then we may talk more.
Go ahead. I've seen enough already. I'll check up on Walter.
I will try to honor you.
Я буду,
always.
Кейлин, я буду стараться чтить тебя, отец, буду
I
выступать
will
так,
do
как
it
ты.
as you taught me. I will carry myself with the strength
Смотреть
you
Аврору.
gave me, and I will try to lead our people as you
Задание.
led them.
I
I wish to leave a
Я начну
record of
написать
my
о том, как выжил
survival in
этих.
testament
Понятно.
to those who did not. Last night, the crawler descended. You are the one who survived the desert night.
Yes.
We have not had much fortune with outsiders. But as you can see, fortune deserted us
Нас
long
слишком
ago.
везет чужаками.
You have
Удача
come
типа
to a
нас оставила.
cursed land.
Эта земля
What are you doing
проклята.
here?
Что ты здесь делаешь? Остальные куда-то
Everybody else seems to be
попрятались.
hiding.
I am honoring
Я
the
отдаюсь
dead,
почти мертвецам, жене и ребенку.
My
И стою
wife
здесь,
and
потому
my
что не
child.
боюсь присоединиться к ним.
and I stand here because I do not fear joining them.
I'm sorry.
You may read their memorials if you wish. There are many elsewhere. On statues, doorways, wherever a memory will allow itself to live on. My wife and my daughter. You were taken from me by that which dwells in darkness. And darkness is all that is left in my life. I am thankful only that you knew little.
Ну, сокровищ здесь нет,
of the
хотя
horror
столько
that has
песков,
taken
ничего не
over our
закопано,
cities
ничего.
since then.
Now you know what we have suffered. But as I said before, you are not the first outsider to come here.
Who was the other?
His name was Logan. The king of
Король
Albion.
Альбиона.
Seems your big brother's been keeping secrets. He used to go on expeditions all the time, remember? Until about 4 years ago.
He too faced the
Мой
crawler.
брат, да,
He
похоже.
saw all his soldiers killed by the darkness and nearly died himself. But he survived.
Нахер вы его выходили, дебила, надо было
He
добить его
left
на.
with a promise that he would return with an army and save us from the crawler. We never saw him again. King Logan.
I promise.
Then let us go to war.
Я уже столько обещаний раздал, тут пипец. Следующий этап открывается или что? Да, портал силы. Там уже до города-то немного остается.
You have survived a terrible ordeal, but you will be the stronger for it. With Kaelin and the Auroran people on your side, you are finally ready to face your brother. It is time for you and Walter to gather your allies and take Bowerstone Castle.
Один только сундук. Ну это надо перчатку менять опять. А меня пока все устраивает моя перчатка. Уолтер
Where
лечит.
is he? Is he gonna make it?
I do not know. The darkness is deep within him. Few ever wake.
But he's improving. I mean, you're doing your thing and he's getting better, right?
I do not wish to give you false hope.
Perhaps it would be better if we allowed him to rest.
Don't worry, it's a tough old nut. He'll pull through.
О, живой, херня, пенсия, вставай, давай, пошли воевать.
Walter?
Oh, balls to you.
Хрен вам всем, рано еще
You're
меня
not burying
похоронить.
me just yet.
Че, видишь, нет?
See? I told ya.
Yes. Shame my first sight had to be your ugly mum.
Sorry I left you, Walter.
You did all you could. And don't think I don't know it. I told you you'd make me proud. Well, we didn't exactly find the army we were hoping for. And I feel about 100 years older than when we left, but we're finally ready. You've surpassed every hope I had for you.
Хорош пиздеть, пошли
You're the
воевать.
king Albion needs. So come on. It's time to gather your generals and prepare for battle. You know, maybe I'll take a little nap first.
Немного вздремну. Ну спи, пока я плывем, ты чё? Кто тебе не дает?
All right, I've got it. I take a small group of soldiers down this route and blow up the west barracks. It
Ну и
will draw their
декольте вот этой
attention and
черненькой,
open up the main route.
How's that better than my idea?
Кики
We will
вывалила,
live
стоит.
longer than a few seconds.
Oh, well, now you're just picking holes.
Give it up, boy. What I want to know is what my men need to do.
That's for the future king to decide.
Paige knows the city best. We'll follow her plan.
Fine. I only put mine forward to annoy her anyway.
I see you've really matured on your travels. If you look at the map, we can go through the details.
My ships will take you to the beach here.
We can expect heavy mortar fire, but most of Logan's soldiers will be busy dealing with Paige and her men.
I want to be in the thick of the smoke and the fire and the glory. If Paige takes the west route, it's only fair I take the east.
Which leaves the centre to us. Less chance of getting lost.
Then we're agreed.
Are you sure you're up to this, Walter?
Oh, don't worry about me. I may feel old and tired.
Пенсия рвется
Day
в бой.
hasn't come yet, and I can't charge into a good old-fashioned fight. Let the battle for Albion
Братство!
Our people are getting torn to shreds out there. They need our help.
We need to take care of that mortar.
We've already lost our ship.
Can you let them in front? Sorceress,
Сдохни,
follow every
сука.
step of the way. Ready? Let's go! Oh. Might be faithful. Do nothing but men.
Меч так меч, давай подеремся на. Зелье-то последнее было, походу. Еще живой, сука, остался. Слушайте, а давайте оценим эту перчатку клинков, посмотрим, что она вообще делает. Клинки и ледяная буря давайте возьмем. Пленных не берем. Давайте посмотрим, есть у меня подарки.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Подарков нет.
Any
Херово,
other
что я могу
business to
сказать.
attend?
Второй сундучок, который вообще интересно. Зелье здоровья, это очень хорошо. Не зря сходил.
The Auroran ship should be able to move in closer now.
Выстрел, ёпты. А нихуя не вижу, просто ебашу магию и все. Бля, меня избивает. Полтор отвлекай, я вообще магией буду дамажить, это вообще была позор. Походу недостаточно прокачался, блин, чтобы воевать с ними. Кто-то жесткий комбат. Я вижу, могу уворачиваться точно от атаки. Сейчас будет комбач. Нихера себе сальтуха! Ох, нихуя себе. Вот это я первый раз такой приемчик вижу. Сука, попалась, да? Все, всех раскатали здесь. Ой, нет. А, не, мы здесь стояли далеко. Этот хрен в скороходах вышел.
You saw a glorious beacon of freedom burning in the night for all the... What is it, Boulder? Oh, bloody hell. Move! Move!
It'll take more than a grenade to finish off that old sod.
Meanwhile, let's do what he says and get moving, shall we?
Что нашел? Тайник, да, блядь, туда не зайти, дурак.
I'm going to cut out your heart. Give it to King Logan.
Умер. Подземный тайник. Давайте покопаем. Че выкопал? Какой-нибудь камушек опять что ли? Конечно, хуйню, короче.
Oh, you don't see that. You don't stand a chance against you.
That one's dead, all right. Now that was a sweet smell.
He's using sorcery! Destroy him quickly!
There of another one.
Уя, он всех троих откинул на.
Can't we have a moment's rest?
You wouldn't want to get bored, would you? Well, can't say they didn't deserve it. Blow this one up.
It's not the other way around. Shut up. Look, it's Paige. That girl knows how to handle herself. Come on, we're not far from the castle. There's more of them.
It's only a flesh wound!
One about Logan's arm. They really know how to make it feel well. Oh, please, we're a treat. Haven't you noticed all the houses and doors? We just have to breaking and entering followed by some flanking and filleting.
Right you are.
Watch out, man! The dog's dangerous!
На нахуй, где по черепухе, блядь. Уолтер добил его. Через дом, понял.
Paige, where are you?
I can't wait to hoist your head on a pole! Britain's the king!
Oh, about bloody time!
My men are taking care of these barracks. I couldn't leave you out here alone.
That deserves a round of applause. Well done!
На.
I can almost taste victory.
Еще живой, хочешь сказать. Все, больше не живой.
They deserve to die for what they did to Swifty. Don't show them any mercy. These soldiers have no place in front of them. Well, that took care of another one.
Ну это говёно, то что со спины даже не могу атаковать, когда он в блоке стоит. На.
Elite soldiers, my ass. Have that.
Stay alert. There'll be more coming. We have to find a way past this gate.
сокровища не успел собрать.
Always with the damn gates.
What we need are explosives. But I used mine up on the way here.
If only we knew some sort of tiny, crazy old man who enjoyed blowing things up.
Этот опять оттуда вышел.
Did you see that boulder that the whole city's bound to our thunder?
Hang on. How did you get to the other side in the first place?
Dwellers have their ways, my boy. Is there anyone left to kill?
There will be soon. More troops are on the way. Kalian's fleet got a fair few, but not all.
We'll hold them off.
Come on, Boulder, there's more fighting to be done.
Good luck in there. Hope the ground fits.
Let's finish this for good, while I can still stand up on my own.
Ща, погодьте, 2 секунды. Едем дальше. Хуя город-то захватывает дофига еще.
Shall we knock? No. Let's surprise him.
So,
Привет, братишка.
The old fool and the child who ran away. You finally become the man I always wanted you to be.
He's a lot more than that, and now he's ready to take your place.
Perhaps the time has come for someone else to lead Albion.
You were never a leader, just another tyrant.
Did it ever occur to you that I may have had good reason to be?
We're not interested in your reasons.
Cower behind ignorance if you will, but my brother deserves to know the truth.
Save it for the trial, Logan. You can beg for your life then.
Я типа король, не в рот ебаться. Как бы сказала Лёха, ля какой.
There he is, the King of Albion. You've made it, just like I always knew you would. It doesn't get any easier, though. You have a country to run now. And with Jasper busy in the sanctuary, you'll need a new personal aid. Someone who could keep you organized. Let me introduce you to...
Hobson. Hobson's the name, Your Majesty. May I say what an extraordinary honor it is to serve you. I have a vast wealth of experience, I assure you, though I have yet to experience vast wealth. That, Your Majesty, is an example of the sense of humor which will no doubt make our time together such a delight.
No doubt.
Не сомневаюсь, если вас на дне
I'll
привыкли
leave
друг к
you
другу,
two
мне
to
нужно
get better
готовиться к
acquainted.
суду.
I should begin preparations for the trial.
The trial, of course. The very first item on today's agenda. Among my other qualities, I am well versed in toadying, public relations, and time management. And I heartily believe the key to being a successful king is following a well-scheduled royal agenda. If you will permit me, here are today's appointments. I'm sure you will do a marvelous job presiding over your brother's trial, which, as I said, will be your very first royal duty. Your subjects await in the throne room for what is sure to be an historic occasion.
Что-то пощадить, наверное, блядь. Иди в тронный зал. Я его убью, наверное, блядь, сука, он мою девку убил, блядь, гандон тупой.
All stand to attention for the King of Albion. Logan, former King of Albion, you stand accused today of crimes against the kingdom and its people. Those who brought you to justice will now speak.
There's not a soul alive in the kingdom who hasn't suffered for his glory, and plenty who've died for it. I says, let him have some death of his own.
Look, I'm not one for lopping people's heads off, but we saw Major Swift executed like it was a bloody circus act. He deserves nothing less as far as I'm concerned.
But aren't we better than that? Isn't that why we fought to be here now? I've seen what Logan has done to this city. People starving to death, children forced to work, but killing him now won't solve anything.
It is not my place to decide his fate, but his betrayal condemned many of my people to death. He promised us salvation, and then left us to face the darkness alone.
I had good reason to break that promise, and I had good reason for the crimes you claim I committed. The day I returned to Albion, I received a visit from a blind seer, Teresa, our father's guide. She showed me the future of this kingdom. The darkness in Aurora is coming here, bringing death, destruction, the end of our way of life. The sacrifices I had to make, I did them to protect Albion. If a few had to suffer, it was to build an army. If a few had to die, it was to save a country. I have spent years preparing for this attack. Let me stand by your side now, and all my soldiers will be yours to command. Let us face the coming darkness, together.
If this is true, if it's really coming here, we are all in grave danger.
You have the power over life and death, brother. Now choose.
Да хуй с тобой, живи, педрила ебаная.
This is not the time for revenge. We need your help, Logan.
The king has made his decision. Logan's life will be spared.
I know you will never forgive me for the things I've done. You told me so once, remember?
Of course I do.
But what matters now is that we defend our land. The castle is yours, and so is the throne. I'm glad to be rid of them.
Ну сейчас я король, мне все подчиняют, так что если что, я могу в любой момент его завалить, так в принципе.
You have fulfilled the first part of your destiny. You were little more than a child when you left the castle.
Подрос немножко, а то как дрищ.
You have become a hero, a leader, and now, finally, a monarch. But your journey is not yet done. Now you are king. You can know the truth. Albion will soon be attacked, and the threat could not be greater. Darkness is coming to our land. It cannot be reasoned with, it cannot be halted. The ruler of Albion is all that stands between the world we inhabit and that darkness. That is why you had to take your brother's place. The course of history demands it. If you do not succeed, everything we know will come to an end.
Why didn't you tell me all this at the start? It was never about Logan, was it?
I told you what you needed to know, and I never spoke anything but the truth. With Logan on the throne, Albin would have been doomed. This much I know. Only with a hero.
Короче, ей надо было сделать из меня героя, иначе я бы не
of
смог
survival.
выжить.
And how do I stop it?
You won't. Its arrival is inevitable. 1 year from now, the darkness will fall upon Albion.
За год
All
надо
you can
стать
do is
сильнее.
prepare and hope to save as many of your people as you can. How you do so is up to you. 2 paths lie ahead. You may keep the promises you have made and be known as a benevolent ruler. But understand that doing so will leave little to spend on the kingdom's protection and may lead you to disaster. It is not easy to be popular and keep the treasury full, unless you are willing to sacrifice your personal wealth. But you may also choose to break those promises, to harm your people in order to save them. You will not lack the means to build the army you need, but you will be hated. This path will cast you in the role of a tyrant, as it did your brother. You have 1 year to do what Logan could not. Be the ruler that readies Albion for the greatest threat it has ever faced, and be the hero that can stand against it.
Сто, блядь, где я их нахуй рожу эту хуйню, что ли, блядь, 100-то штук, блядь. Нету у меня стопа.
Your Majesty,
Мой король.
I'm not sure what to say after receiving such news. The darkness that is coming. People won't understand what it means. Nobody could, without living through it first. We need to prepare. If we can't stop the attack from happening, we have to be ready when it comes. Having Logan's troops on our side is a good start, but you will need...
Погоди, сейчас посмотрим. Никто не писал. Да кому он нахуй я нужен, блядь? Кто будет писать мне, блядь?
To raise a fortune, to pay for the army we'll need. Hobson will show you the treasury, and I'm sure he can explain just how to fill it.
Indeed I can.
Then I will leave you to it. Ben and I will begin recruiting and training soldiers at once.
If you will follow me, Your Majesty. Oh, how I have looked forward to this moment.
400 тысяч.
This is it. Albion's
Вот
royal
закроешь ты видео,
treasure.
думаю, здесь хранятся все
The
достояния
store of the
королевства.
kingdom's total wealth.
Дипломатия хренова, а?
It's, well, not as replete as one would like, but just imagine this room shimmering with hills, valleys, and plateaus of gold. A topography of riches going all the way up to the ceiling. It will require nothing less to build this army everyone is talking about. Which brings us to the second item on today's agenda, and one I'm personally very excited about. Setting the tax rate for the coming year. As you probably know, your brother was taxing the people rather heavily, and some say that this has led to poverty, starvation, and other societal ills. You have 3 clear choices, Your Majesty. 1, lower the tax rate, which one could argue would help the poor and the hungry, but would also leave the treasury in a miserable... Very well, Your Majesty. Well, how very noble. Yes, I suppose noble is the word. How very noble of you. The people are no doubt dancing in the streets, and we are bankrupt. You will need to be more ruthless if you wish to save the kingdom, Your Majesty. There are other, less salubrious means of filling the treasury, of course. You may donate your own gold, should you have enough. Though I must say, Such charity is unheard of. However you decide to proceed, you should acquaint yourself with the Royal Ledger. It is a logbook that allows the reigning monarch to make deposits and withdrawals from the treasury. A most useful financial tool. But my, look at the time. You really ought to attend to the next item on today's agenda.
Ну понятно. Окей. Сейчас внесем, нахуй мне бабки свои, я их никуда все равно не трачу.
Riva has a most intriguing proposal for you in Bowerstone Industrial. Now, I know you have had your differences, but it is time to put those behind you and work together. Nobody can raise money like Riva can, I assure you. I have seen to it that your appearance among the populace is well publicized, so expect a crowd.
Long live the king!
Что залагало-то? Чуваки, вы бы бабки зарабатывали в казну, блять, нахуй. На, ебануть было вам налог поставить.
Oh, happy day! His Majesty, the King of Albion, graces us with his radiant presence. I knew last time we met that you would emerge victorious from such public sibling rivalry. And now, here I am, to assist you in filling your coffers till they are fit to burst. What better way to begin your reign than by reinstating one of my most successful...
Ты ебанулся, нахуй, ты, блядь, убивал народ, блядь.
There is no greater waste than the idleness of our city's youth. But my employment scheme guarantees children of all ages will have something to occupy them, whilst ensuring our factories are properly manned.
It's just monstrous. Don't listen to him. You promised you would end child labor. Remember that promise now.
And what would you have us do with the snotty little indigents?
The only way Bowerstone is going to climb out of the gutter is through education. Nothing is more important to our future than that. Turn this factory into a school. Give the children of this city the chance they never had.
A school? Well, that's an original thought.
The factory will become a school.
Thank you. We can really start changing people's lives now. This will be an Albion worth fighting for.
I shall begin the necessary modifications at once.
Минус 189 730
Industries Learning Center, Bowerstone Industrial's first ever school. You can now feel secure in the knowledge that your children can become the well-educated automatons you always wanted them to be.
Че, всего один класс, блядь, на весь город, ты ебанулся, что ли?
Hello, great. Sir. Hello there.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Бля, это сколько мне надо работать, чтобы, блядь, поднять. Из минуса хотя бы вывести, блядь. Татухи, нахуй мне ваши татухи. И бабло надо сейчас искать жестко.
Hello, your lordship.
I'm at your command.
Yes, yeah.
Attention!
Что за работа? Мне бабки нужны. Можно не сразу?
Can I be of service, my lord?
Try to be more careful next time.
Король у вас трудится, можете оплачивать нормально.
The town's doing so.
Да бля, как промазал-то.
Where'd you get it?
Hey! Nice blade. Hit the blade, not the anvil.
Enthusiasts will find something to fall in love with here.
That's how you make a blade. That'll do.
Сука.
We have the finest product in Albion.
Блять, а когда-то я множитель до 5 поднимал. До 10, до 7 даже, по-моему.
Bowerstone's finest items.
You know how to use a hammer.
I've never known the economy to be doing so well. I've put the...
That's how you make a blade.
Gotcha.
The anvil doesn't need forging.
А, все-таки промазал, да?
Sail.
Great hammer work there.
Десяточку хотел бы поднять, чтобы было, если что.
I honestly don't know.
That's a good one. Great hammer work there.
Prices may be high, but we do live in an affluent society, you know.
Nice blade. That one's ready. You know how to use a hammer.
Ну, до 7 поднял хотя бы.
If you can find better prices anywhere, then I shan't be surprised if you
Блять! Как так?
That'll fetch a good price. You're doing a good job.
Король трудится в кузнице. Все, огонь, вы должны за меня быть, блядь, бабки.
But I'm sure you can help to make it even better.
That'll do.
А то сейчас все отдыхают, да, у всех все хорошо, налогов нет. Но, блядь, зато... Да как промазал-то, я ж нажал, однер. Сука. 20-ку сейчас поднимем, значит.
A nice sharp one.
At last, the children of Bowerstone can lead a normal life and go to school.
That one's ready.
Думал, не промажу.
Spend your way to happiness in my shop.
Don't waste food.
That blade's complete.
With our amazing moustaches.
That's a fine
Не, ну если я
blade.
часик посижу вот здесь вот, то я подниму казну.
That's a good one.
То есть 100-сотку поднять можно. Но, блять, это долго, пиздос.
That's a fine blade.
Дальше 7-го я не подымал. Блять! Рано сделал.
That's a good one.
Town's doing so well, I just had to put the prices up.
You're doing a good
Вот
job.
она. Доля добрых-то, блин. Оставил бы налоги, были бы бабки.
Prices may be high, but we do live in an affluent society, you know.
Good blade.
Ну нет, я же, блядь, добряк.
You know how to use a hammer.
Иди в жопу, не отвлекай меня от
Every
работы.
day feeling happy Logan's gone.
Now, that one's ready.
Дальше 7-го я не подымал еще.
The town's doing so well, I just had to put the prices up.
That's a fine
О,
blade.
8-й, нормально, по 2 сразу. Дальше точно не успею. Блять! Однерку надо было нажимать-то, не двойку. Ладно, хорош. 30-ку поднял. Встретиться надо с этим хуилой. Дней до нападения 365.
Majesty. Greetings, sir.
Hooray!
Ladies and gentlemen, the king. Today, you will decide what is to be done with the Bowerstone Old Quarter, site of the battle for Albion. Paige will offer her proposal. Riva shall stand against her.
Опять вы, блядь, два дебила сейчас будете. Хуйней заниматься.
Your Majesty, our victory came at a great cost to the city. You vowed to fight poverty, but our actions have made the problem worse. You must act now. I ask that the old quarter be rebuilt, and its former residents rehomed.
We destroyed the old quarter. It's only right we rebuild it.
The king has reached his decision. The old quarter shall be rebuilt, and its former residents will have their homes returned.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This will be a very popular move.
I suppose there may be something to be gained by rebuilding part of the city. It shows our sense of industry has not yet been dampened. Very well, Your Majesty.
Чё, всё? Минус, блядь. Дохерища у меня
Despite the current climate of fear and great national need, Riva Industries has once again struck a blow for the honest man on the street. The sad sight of the decayed and war-torn old quarter is no more. We are proud to present the new old quarter.
Ну что я могу сказать? Я в жестком минусе, блядь. Минус 739, 730. Да, это жестко.
It breaks one's heart to see the treasury so empty. If we don't do something about it, we will all die. And I have some very definitive retirement plans. As a matter of fact, our very first order of business might have a bearing on our financial situation. The time has come to decide the annual town guard budget. As you can imagine, the people like to complain about crime and the lack of safety on our streets and are calling for more guards than your brother was ever willing to pay for. You have 3 choices, Your Majesty. Leave the budget as it is. After all, the people have grown accustomed to murder, theft, and contraband. Increase the budget and fill the streets with soldiers keeping the peace. A rather costly solution. Or take a more considered approach by lowering the budget. For what is the point of a safe, well-policed kingdom when it is too... The people will be delighted, Your Majesty. But will they
С
thank you
минуса
when
не
they are
вывести,
dead?
нахуй, никогда,
Not
по-моему.
unless they are turned into some sort of awful zombie creatures. That isn't what is going to happen, is it? Anyway, this will leave a sizable gap in the treasury. Unless you can cover the expenses out of your own pocket, I'm afraid we shall be in dire straits
Понятно
indeed.
все, короче.
Let us now...
Ладно, ребят, собираться я в зал буду. Всем спасибо, кто смотрел. С вами был Леха, канал Малыш на Драйве. Хорошего вам вечера. Удачи.